Okay, so I know it's late and it's dark, but a lot of stuff's been going on and I don't know where to start. I know I don't have much time to record, at least. I'm hoping I don't have much time to record, but, and that's not a knock against you guys. It's a lot of stuff that's been going on, and I'm waiting to hear back on some stuff that I've been trying to get done. So, last night, or yesterday, after I posted up my other video, my aunt gets in touch with me and she tells me that if I get insurance on the car, she will relinquish my keys, so that I can be able to have the car back. And then she informs me that she's not going to let me have the keys back until I get insurance. She also informs me that I have to um, upload the inspection from the DMV out here to the one back on the East Coast on their website because the vehicle has been locked and is not able to be renewed online. And that I had until this time next week to get the vehicle out of her name and into my own. So I borrowed the money from a coworker who was really nice to loan me the money until I could be able to get my paycheck deposited. My paycheck is delayed because I had to do the lost stolen transfer after he had stolen my information. I'm probably not going to get paid until Monday, which leaves me with like $20 to my name. So my coworker was kind enough to let me borrow the money. And I had a meeting with the police detectives this morning, as well as a child advocate, family service agent. Before I went to my meeting, I placed some calls. And Highway Patrol said that they do not alert people when the tags are expired. So my aunt lied about that. The DMV said that they do not lock the vehicles, preventing them from being able to be renewed. So she lied about that. She told me that the insurance had dropped me off of the insurance. I called the insurance company and they said no. She was the one who requested that I be dropped from her insurance, so she lied about that. I don't give in to blackmailers. And she was basically trying to blackmail me into keeping this car that is not kosher for me. I mean, this car was supposed to be a gift, and I have been paying on it for this entire time that she's been not using it. And even though it's been in her name, she's been the one who's been receiving the benefit from it, not me. So after catching her in the lies, I was miffed. Especially when she did not go to work the set time that she said she was going to work. I called her work and they were like, yeah, no, she's not picking up any overtime today and she's not scheduled to come in until later. And she didn't show up until her shift was supposed to start, which means that she lied about that. And since she has decided that she's going to lie about just about everything, and she's not going to talk to me, and she's not going to pick blood over basically dick, I decided that, I was going to be nice, and I was going to keep the car, and I was going to make the payments and make the insurance and do all this stuff that you wanted me to do, and I was going to get everything fixed. But you want to lie to me, and you want to take his side over mine, and I'm your niece, and he's nothing to you. Okay, well then, fine. I got insurance using my coworker's assistance, and I am going to pay my coworker back for her assistance. I got the vehicle unlocked so that the tax can be renewed. But I've also contacted several car dealerships, and I finally found one that's going to work with me, who's willing to pay off the remaining balance that is owed, and not only pay off the remaining balance that is owed, but get me in a vehicle of my own with no cosigner and maximum of $500 copay. All I gotta do is just show up and pick my vehicle, the one that I want. Now, I only knew of a couple of instances where Dave had behaved inappropriately with my daughter. I thought that by keeping her away from him, I had negated all of that from occurring. I thought that I was keeping her safe while also providing a financially stable home for all of my children and trying my best to get out of a bad situation. It wasn't until today that I found out that there had been more than just what I knew about. And as such, Child Protective Services has decided that they're going to take temporary custody of my kids away from me. And they're going to place my children someplace safe. And they're going to give me 2 weeks to get rid of him off the lease, his new girlfriend off the lease. And since his friend has made it perfectly clear that he's not going to help me in any way possible, in keeping the kids safe, they want me to remove his friend off the lease and to have them all kicked out or evicted or whatever. So, I've already started the process. I already filed the eviction papers, and I've already got the restraining orders, and I've already contacted my landlord, and my landlord already knows what's going on, and they're working with me and trying to help me. And the way I see it, my aunt lied to me and used me. Dave lied to me and used me. His friend lied to me and used me. And I have lost my children because of them. And I have nothing left to lose. And for me, that's very dangerous. If I have nothing left to lose and I have nothing left to fight for, it can go one of two ways. I will either sink deep into depression, and then my children are lost forever, or hell hath no fury. And right now, I'm done being depressed. My heart is broken because my children are not with me. We've never been apart their entire lives. And the social worker has not contacted me to make sure that I know that they're safe. And I've placed several calls wanting to make sure that they're safe, and nobody is talking to me. They're just, it's okay, Amanda. They're fine. CPS is, really good at making sure that the children are safe. You don't need to worry. But I'm their mother. And I've never been without them. And I want to make sure they're safe. I want to hear their voices. I want them in my arms. And fuck the people who took them from me. Dave wants to sit there and say he never did anything with my daughter, and my daughter's sitting there telling the CPS workers shit that's going on that I didn't even know about. And there's so much testimony from my kids. Shit I didn't even know about was going on. And I'm so pissed off. And I'm heartbroken. And I feel like a failure as a parent. And I know the other day I was sitting there thinking, hey, I've done a pretty good damn job if my kids know that they can come to me. But what I was told today was that my daughter thought that I had already been informed and that I just didn't care. And that's not the case at all. So I've got a lot more stuff to do. Tomorrow I'm going to the dealership and I'm going to get myself a car in my name and nobody else's. And I'm going to make sure that it's within my budget so that I can be able to afford it. I'm going to call the maintenance and I'm going to put in a request for a lock change. So that way the locks will be taken care of. I'm going to schedule for the mailbox to be having the locks changed on that as well, so that I can be able to get my mail. I am going to on the 23rd is when the hearing is for the eviction, as well as the hearing for the accusations that she brought against me as far as her wanting a restraining order to be placed against me. And I've got so much shit on her that she doesn't even realize that she shows up to court and she's going to be served the restraining order. It's going to be upheld. Because no judge in the country is going to deny a mother the ability to protect her children. No judge in the country is going to sit there and look at a mother who is giving up everything, including her children, to make sure that she can provide a safe environment for them. And then tell her, I'm so sorry, we're not going to give you what you need to be able to keep your children safe. No judge is going to do that. Because any judge that would do that would not be a judge for very long. So she has no leg to stand on. She has no ground. Her wings have been clipped. She has nothing. I've got proof. I've got documentation. All she's got is her word. She's got nothing. And you know what? Dave said, bring it, bitch. And he doesn't realize at all that I'm going to bury him. Metaphorically, not literally. I'm not actually going to kill anybody. I'm just saying that I'm not stopping until my children are safe. And he is removed from society, because no woman deserves to go through what he put me through. No child deserves to go through what he put my children through. And I'll be damned if I let anybody else go through what I've been through with him. I don't care if me turning in the vehicle and doing a trade ruins my aunt's credit. She shouldn't have lied to me. She shouldn't have chosen a piece of ass over her own niece, her own flesh and blood. She wants to play that game. Fine. She'll find out just how much like my father I am. Because when it comes to my kids, I don't care if you're my mother, my father, my brother, my sister. I don't care who you are. You mess with my kids, and you mess with my ability to take care of my kids, and you are going down. You can do whatever you want to me. I don't care. But you touch my kids, you harm one hair on their head, you make them cry one tear, and I swear to all of the universe that I will bring you to your knees and make you beg for mercy. Because those are my kids. The universe gave them to me. They chose me when Gaia asked them who do they want to be their mother, and they chose me. So I must not be a fuck up if these 3 amazing kids chose me to be their mom. And I may stumble, and I may falter, but they chose me. And you know what? They've made my life a better life. My oldest saved me from depression that had been so deeply ingrained that I had determined I wouldn't see 20, the age of 20. She saved me from that. She gave me purpose. And my son, when he was born, the only thing I remember from the operating room is them saying, call neonatal. He's not breathing, and I looked up at the ceiling of the operating room and I said, I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're Buddha, Muhammad, God, Jesus. I don't care if you're Kali or anyone else. You promised me a son, and you better let him breathe, or I will bring unholy terror on the entire universe. And as soon as I said that, that boy let out a scream. And he was breathing, and he was fine, and he was perfect. And my youngest one, I thought I had miscarried her. And I didn't know I was still pregnant with her until I was like 8 months along. And she came out so beautiful and so perfect. And she didn't have any damage from the abuse that I had been going through. And her personality is so outgoing, is so bright and bubbly. She brings joy to my life. And I can't imagine my life without any of them. I sure enough can't imagine my life with two kids that got the same personality as my 9-year-old. She more than makes up for the lack of her twin. And I see my siblings and my children. I see myself and my children. I see the good that I've done in my children. So I now have nothing left to lose. He took away my dignity. He took away my self-respect. He took away my children. And I'm going to get them back, come hell or high water. Because I'm not a dumb bitch. I'm a lot smarter than what he gives me credit for. And I'm colder than my father. My rage burns brighter than the sun. And there is no power in this universe that will stop me. One thing my father taught me was, you better never throw the first punch. But if someone brings the fight to you, you better finish it. And that's what I'm going to do. He wants to Dave wants to blame me for her shit. And I don't know if they staged it to be where I would be responsible for any of that shit. I don't know if it would be pointing to me or not. And I told the officer, flat out truth. Both of them had access to my phone. And I don't know if they tried to do something to make me look guilty. But I had nothing to do with the shit that they pulled. And I had nothing to do with whatever it is they had going on. And I'm agreeing to have my phone submitted to be copied so they can download the information. And I told the officer that I was scared because I didn't know what information they would find on it. Because both Dave and Lorna had access to my phone. And I would wake up and one or the other would be on my phone. And I don't know what they were doing. Because he forced me not to have a screen lock on my phone. And the officer said that the main thing that they're going to be looking for is evidence that he confessed anything to me. They're going to be looking at my text messages between me and him, mainly. Whether the officer was telling me the truth or not, I don't know. But what I do know is I'm done. I wanted to spend the entire rest of my life with him. But I didn't want it to be where my children were being hurt. Where I was being hurt. I wanted that alpha back. The one who was take charge, protective. The one who would never hurt the people that he cared for, and the one who would never allow the people that he cared for to be hurt. The way he was in the first 2 weeks of the relationship. The man I fell in love with would never have done this. That's the person I wanted back. But I guess that wasn't him. I guess that was a facade. And I've had my 3 chances at happiness. To find a forever relationship. My 3 chances at happiness came with Sophia, Matthew, and Georgia. My 3 children. There is no forever relationship for me, and there probably never will be. But that's okay. I have been screwed by every member of my family. By every person that I thought I could trust. And the people that I didn't know that I could trust. The ones I kept at an arm's distance. As soon as they found out I was in trouble and that I needed help, they were the ones who were there to back me up and to help me. And they didn't ask for payment. They didn't ask for anything. They said, "What do you need? We'll get it done." I told my dad about the kids being taken, and he was more concerned about me getting the car taken care of than about the kids being taken. I told my mother about the kids being taken, and she said, well, maybe you need to have them taken so you can learn your lesson. My dad said, you should have kept your damn mouth shut. You should have never said anything. Kids wouldn't be getting taken away from you if you kept your mouth shut. And I told him flat out, I said, Dad, me keeping my mouth shut is the reason why I'm in this situation. I should have opened it a long time ago. And you guys are looking at the master bedroom. At the end of the hall, the one I was kicked out of. The one I'm not allowed access to until I get those two idiotic motherfuckers off my goddamn lease. And this house is mine, wholly and completely. And once I get those motherfuckers off my fucking lease, I'm claiming my room back. And if she shows up to court on the 23rd, after the judge grants my petition to retain the restraining order, I'm having her ass served right then and there so that she can never come around me or my kids again. And my throat is sore from crying. That's not a coronavirus cough. That's a I need to drink something cough. But we're going on 30 minutes, which is typically my time frame. I'm going to go ahead and upload this. I am tired emotionally, physically, and mentally. But I'm keeping my head held high. And I could be vindictive, and I could change the password to the internet and make sure that his friend never is able to work until he leaves. But I'm not like that. I may be a bitch, but I'm a classy bitch. And I'm a lady. I may be vindictive, but I'm not cruel. And I may be out for blood, wanting vengeance for what was done to me and mine. But I'm not evil. I may be cold and ruthless, but I have a heart. All these negative things that I might be or I might do are things that I've done to protect myself and the ones I care about. And my 3 kids are the only ones I care about. At this time, the world can go burn for all I care. As long as me and mine are safe and protected, it doesn't matter. So I'm going to get off here. I have an early morning tomorrow. I have to go to the car dealership and pick my car and get everything taken care of. Sign some paperwork. And then do what I gotta do. So I'm gonna sign off here, and I will keep you guys updated. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. And I will post tomorrow. Alright, good night.